Hey guys, DaPoets here, that's my gaming tag. Just going to do a quick review of my case. This is the Phanteks Enthusiast 2, which they just renamed to the Phanteks 719, horrible name. But I've been doing a lot of benchmarks lately. So I love the tempered glass right here, easily slides off. This is my custom loop. Spent a lot of time doing this myself, definitely enjoying it. These fans are the Silent Wings 3 by beQuiet, and pretty much they're always at this speed. Notice that even with the mic right next to the case, you can barely hear anything. So the water block here is by EKWB, pulling the Threadripper 3rd Gen 3970X, 32 cores, 64 threads. And you'll see all the RAM is populated there. Got 64 gigs of 3600 megahertz RAM by G.Skill. It's doing a wonderful job, but I am waiting anxiously for the block from Optimus to come in the mail. They made a new one specifically for 3rd Gen Threadripper, where its fins cover more than the entire IHS. So I expect some good results from there. The tubing here, I did some nice custom bending. Eyeballed it, so I'm very happy with this. You'll see I do have two reservoirs. So there's the res pump from EKWB, doing a wonderful job, and then a second res here. The point of this is this case is large. Therefore, I felt like it needed some additional space in there taken up. And since I do a lot of overclocking and quick benching, adding more fluid here definitely helps to reduce the increase in temperatures by a little bit. Basically, if I add a little bit of water, the overall temperatures of the water would increase faster. I think a lot more water takes a little bit longer for the temperatures to increase. So I can do more benching in a short period of time without the temps raising too much. The block here, definitely a very interesting block. This is a Vega 64. And it's been good. I did mess this up a little bit, so you'll see a little bit of stuff that kind of came out when I first installed it. I will be cleaning that out this weekend. Got some maintenance to do in here. But this Strix water block has been great. Alright, so let's talk about the radiators overall. So this is EK Rad, it's the 60 millimeter one they have, 360. On the front, this is a 480 millimeter Rad, 26 millimeters, and all beQuiet Silent Wings 3 fans on there. And in the rear here, you will see that that is a 360 Rad back there, and it's actually physically in the outer side of the case, inside of the back case door, obviously. But that was kind of an interesting thing that they did. So you can put the fans on the inside, the Rad on the outside, and it works beautifully. Plenty of room for cable management back there as well. So a 360 there, 480 in the front, and a 360 up top. Then the 140, this is my main intake, and man, it's just sucking air in there. It's almost at full speed. You can barely even hear it. And then I do have the pump res at full speed. All these others are about at 1,000 RPMs, and it's been quite nice. So overall, what's going on here is these are hard tubing. These two are soft tubing right now because I am going to be replacing that very shortly when I get the Optimus water block in the mail, and therefore I can just disconnect those, pop in the new Optimus, do some testing. I may swap them back and forth because I do want to compare the temperatures between the two. And once I'm satisfied I have the best block for this Threadripper 3970X, I will be finishing the hard line tubes for this, and obviously have to replace this one most likely as well. Now, one reason why I got this case was I can blame Jay's 2 cents. Great guy, met him at a nice little meetup here in Los Angeles. It has a fill port and a drain port. And when he reviewed this case, he was so excited about that. And I never used a fill port and drain port before. In my previous case, it was an old style case, modified it heavily, so it didn't even have much water cooling support. But yes, having a fill and drape port is amazing. How I have this set up though, it doesn't instantly drain 100% of the liquid. Not many water cooling rigs will do that anyway, especially with the nice McDonald's loops I got here, or McDowell's, since Coming to America is coming out again. But what is happening here is when I do undo the lid for the fill, and then swap or turn that for the to drain it out in the front, all these do drain instantly. And then pretty much what I'll do is blow into the top fill port here, and or just disassemble one of these and then blow so that all the air forces the rest of the water out. It's actually very simple, very quick. I've done it a ton of times, and it's nice and easy. Another nice little feature of the Untitled 2 is that this area here, I am using it for my hard drives, but if I wanted to, I could put a micro ATX system right there with a video card or capture card. beQuiet, he has the same system. Maybe I'll link his video below somewhere. But he put a micro ATX system here in his main system here, where he does a lot of streaming. Therefore, this system has a capture card, and so he's basically got two systems in one case. And he did a nice fun little video where his wife said she's taking the top system and he gets the smaller bottom system. So that was hilarious. In terms of airflow, in general, to kind of wrap this up, this is an intake exhaust. This front rad 480 is an intake. This is an exhaust, and the side one is an exhaust as well. I try to have positive pressure in this case because I am in LA, and LA can get a bit dusty. So how I did that was just use an incense stick. So when this is closed, I kind of put incense around just to kind of see. I want to make sure that the airflow is coming in here because that's where the filter is. I put incense around here to make sure it's kind of blowing out a little bit, slightly, very slightly. So that shows that more air is coming in than air is going out, and therefore air is trying to escape all the little crevices rather than kind of creep in. So that just kind of helps with a little bit of dust prevention. So let's talk about the hard drives. These two are Seagate 8 terabytes, and these two are Seagate 6 terabytes. They're all Barracudas. So these two are in RAID 0 together, and these two are in RAID 0 together. And they just fly. I love it. I have them backed up by Western Digital external drives as well, that say RAID 0. For the Vega 64, I am using the Phanteks riser bracket here. Now, this has been quite nice because it's got a padding here where it actually sits on the ledge, which is the power supply unit shroud, and obviously extremely stable. So this is nice. I do like it a lot. The downside is if you need to access some of the ports back there on the bottom of the motherboard, yeah, good luck with that. I've had to use some very interesting needle nose pliers to plug in some RGB, and it took a little while, but I got it, and it saved time doing it that way rather than draining the loop, disassembling, taking it all off. A nice thing about this Phanteks Untitled 2 case, I'm not going to say that 719 name anymore, I don't like it. The RGB actually, very nice and subtle. And it matches perfectly with the Gigabyte Aorus Master motherboard I have back there. And I know with this video card here, it covers up a lot of that. But once it's set up, you don't really need to get behind there. So that's why I like this. I actually almost had this video card connected to here, but then it was basically touching this, just the RGB cord, it's almost the RGB that gets in the way, was on top of this, and there was no way to really deal with that. So I didn't feel right with that, and I like the way this looks. Plus, I can easily just kind of pick this up, take it out, add new drives, do a whole stack higher if I want to do that too, I'm sure, with some modifications, because this would probably need to be cut a little bit in order to do that a bit higher. So to take the top, there's just a couple of captive thumb screws. This comes off nice and easily. And here is the nice little port. Boom, done deal. What I tend to do is just attach a tube to it. Some people use funnels, but I like a nice little tube to bring it kind of far away, and then I'll fill it in. And that is very easy. Front's easy to take off as well. Once you have the top off, that just slides off nice and easily. Obviously it has a nice little filter here. And here's the drain port right here. So I just attach another tube here, right into a bucket, boom, done deal. And so here's the side of the case. This is where the radiator is. It's exhausting. Nice warm air there. This is kind of a nice little port to see your SSDs. That's where the power supply unit is exhausting from as well. Those are a couple of my external hard drives to back up the RAID zeros that I got going on there. And I just keep a nice little extra container to produce fluid. So thank you everybody for paying attention to this review of the Enthulux 2, aka the 719, and this EKWB setup of water cooling that I've done. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. I will read them all and try to respond as well to the best of my knowledge. And this Threadripper 3970X has been simply amazing, so check out the benchmarks that I've been running for that as well. All right, take care. Peace.